What is your optimal stride length for efficient, fluid, low-impact walking? If you watch some YouTube videos, they'll tell you that you should be shortening your stride. On the other hand, if you watch other videos, they'll tell you that you should be lengthening your stride. So how do you know if your stride is too long, too short, or just right? In this video, I'm going to show you how to find that Goldilocks stride length that is perfect for you. I'm Dr. Todd Martin, creator of The Walking Code. On this channel, I try to help people learn how to walk more fluidly, more confidently, and with lower impact on their joints. After you try out the tips that I'm going to give you in this video for optimizing your stride length, drop me a comment and let me know how it works for you. Let's go ahead and get started. First of all, does stride length matter? Studies tend to support the idea that shorter strides are going to reduce impact forces on the knee. This 2018 study from Drexel University analyzed 10 normal weight and 10 obese people walking at their preferred stride length. They then analyzed the same individuals while either shortening or lengthening their stride by 15% and measuring the impact forces on the knee. While keeping their preferred velocity the same, decreasing the stride length significantly lowered the overall impact forces on the knee. These findings are especially important for those of you who suffer from knee pain. Also worth noting, increasing the stride length significantly increased impact forces on the knee. So if you tend to try to lengthen your stride to keep up with faster walkers, you're not doing your knees any favor. If you're familiar with this channel, you know I'm not just going to tell you to go out there and shorten your stride. You have to know exactly how to do it, and that's what I'm going to show you. It doesn't make any sense to just continue shortening your stride until you're basically walking in place. You have to know what the optimal length is for you, and there are ways that you can tell that. That's what I'm going to help you with right now. When you're examining your own stride length, the first thing you're going to have to figure out is, are your feet facing forward in the direction that you're going to be walking? If they are, congratulations, that's a great first step to a proper stride. Now, if your feet are not facing straight forward, meaning you're standing or walking with duck feet, don't go away because I'm going to explain how you can examine your own stride a little bit later. So, once your feet are facing straight forward, I'm going to give you 3 simple tips that are going to help you to optimize your stride length. Tip number 1, vertical posture. When you're walking, do not lean forward at all. We should maintain complete vertical posture through every portion or every phase of the step. Once you start leaning forward, then your stride length is going to be too long, or even if it's not too long, the impact on your heel and on your knees is going to be heavier because of that lean, even if your stride length is shorter. So vertical posture is absolutely essential. Part number 2, we have to examine the beginning of the step. When we start to step, don't think of the beginning of the step as when your foot hits the ground. Think of the beginning of the step as when you are doing the action that is going to bring your heel to the ground. That is going to be the beginning of your step. You can recognize the beginning of this step in terms of your movement because it's going to be coming from the upper part of your waist, the upper part of your core. When your swing leg is forward, you're going to need to rotate forward from just underneath the rib cage on the side of that swing leg to bring the heel down, and that is what's going to initiate the step. It's also what's going to start swinging your arm forward. So when I step down with my right heel, I'm rotating forward from my right upper rib cage, and that's going to start my right arm swinging forward. That's part of that cross crawl effect we get with our gait, where our right arm swings forward with the left leg and our left arm swings forward with the right leg. To practice this just a little bit, imagine throwing a ball underhand and feel how you can rotate your core forward from the rib to initiate the swing of the arm to throw the ball. You don't want to throw a ball just by lifting your shoulder up like this. We throw using the core. rotate forward, and that is going to generate the arm swing. Right from here underneath the rib cage. Turn it forward, feel the arm go with it. And when we walk, it's going to be the same effect. That swing of the upper waist forward, which is going to swing your arm forward, is also going to help you generate that leg swing forward. If I'm stepping forward with the left leg, I begin that motion here by bringing the right heel to the ground with that rotation as if I'm about to toss a ball. Then I get to the end of this step and I'm going to begin the step with the right leg by bringing the left heel down. So that is part of the timing that's going to help you step properly with the proper stride length. Now, tip number 3 is when to initiate that rotation of the waist to bring your heel down. And that is going to be before the standing leg heel leaves the ground. So if I'm swinging forward with my right leg, I need to have my left heel on the ground as I rotate forward to bring the heel down and start the next step. And then I keep my right heel on the ground before I begin the next step with bringing the left heel down. If you allow the heel to come up before you begin to take the next step, you are going to be overstriding. Let me demonstrate. This would be where I should be starting the step, but if I continue trying to stretch that movement out until the heel comes off and then bring it down, then I'm going to be increasing the stride length and increasing the impact force on the knee. As I walk, you can see this longer stride, and it's a much heavier impact on the heel. And I am going until my heel's off the ground before I begin to bring the other heel down. So bring that weight back so the heel is still on the ground when you initiate the next step. You might ask then, how do you speed up? If you're trying to walk faster, don't try to take longer steps. What you want to do is increase your step cadence, or the frequency of that rotation. The faster you rotate, the faster you're going to bring the next heel down to the ground, and the faster the movement's going to be. So instead of increasing the stride length, I can take my slow gait here and I can speed up by speeding up the rotation of the core, coming from in the upper part of the waist. Now, if you watch my other videos, you'll know you'll have to coordinate that with the lower part of your waist, which is going to control the changing of the weight once the heel is down onto the ground. We coordinate the upper waist with our lower waist and then our hip actions in order to move fluidly and effectively. So, tip number 1, vertical posture. Don't lean. If you lean, notice how the heel comes off the ground and you're going to hit heavy on the heel. Vertical posture. Keep the rear heel on the ground as you initiate the next motion with your core. Increase speed by increasing the speed of rotation, not by trying to lengthen the leg behind you. Now, for those of you who are standing and walking with duck feet or out toeing, where your feet are turned out like this, the tips I just gave you are not going to apply, because people who walk with duck feet do not tend to overstride. For this reason, people who walk with duck feet are powering their step not with the standing leg where it can go too far behind you. People who walk with duck feet always are powering the step with the swing leg, throwing the swing leg forward until it hits the ground, then throwing the next swing leg forward. That tends to lead to a shorter, lazy appearing stride. So when you watch videos that are telling people to lengthen their stride, they're usually talking about people who are walking with duck feet and walking like this. And they're trying to get those people to use their standing leg to power instead of using their swing leg to power. So a quick tip on how to use your standing leg properly to power your step is to find this position here where you have one foot facing in the direction you're going to go and the knee lined up right over that ankle. And then instead of trying to swing your rear leg forward, use the muscles in the front of your hip to pull the body forward. The use of those proper muscles, the hip muscle in the front here, and also your lower abs, which rotate your pelvis, are going to keep your body turning in the direction of that forward leg. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Drop me a comment and let me know what you think of the information that I just provided. Also, if you want to support the channel, become a member, or you can also click on that thanks button below and give a donation. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.